No, not you.
Welcome to Jay's Quick Guides. Today I'm going to be reviewing how to tank Muru as a Paladin tank. Muru is obviously one of the hardest bosses in all of Classic World of Warcraft, with one of the longest times to kill in the original version. Even in the 2021 version, it was not easy to kill at
Go
all.
ahead.
First things first is you can bug the boss and you can kind of spawn him right away so that you get maximum amount of uptime. As a Paladin tank, your main job is going to be these humanoids that come out right here. As you can see, I have a timer. When the timer hits 1, I'll hit Consecrate just to make sure that you get that on there, and you're going to have a Avenger's Shield queued up. You're also going to have an individual there responsible for taking one of the casters, as the casters need kicked in order to move them. My main job here is to move the berserkers around into the melee DPS, so the melee can cleave, and also the warlocks can also use Seed of Corruption to get them. As you can see, I don't have threat on one of the casters. That's okay because they don't do a ton of damage. That's just most importantly to get them in there. Darkness will also spawn here. You will have a priest do a mass dispel to get the skeletons away from there. They do that pretty quickly. And as you can see, it's a big DPS race to make sure that you have those humanoid ads before they spawn, because they hit extraordinarily hard. And that's one thing that you have to take into consideration, is that you will need a Paladin tank and somebody to kick going with you to get them. I consecrated a little bit early there. That's okay. And then as you can see, my shield actually didn't hit. As normally you'll want to time it up so it hits all 3, but that's sometimes very hard. The other thing you want to make sure to do is avoid those voids, and just make sure that they can cleave, and keep an eye on the darkness timer. You don't want to be caught in the darkness, other words, it's a wipe. Something else that you can do is that these ads will sometimes do a flurry. I don't know if you can see it in the debuffs right now, but it essentially increases their damage by quite a bit. So you can save your Hodge for that, because that could actually help quite a bit. As you can see right now, we're waiting the darkness timer, but as soon as those ads go down, you want to go out there and be prepped for the next ads. If you can kill this boss or not is basically do you have enough damage to kill the void spawns and these ads before they overwhelm you, because you can't have more than 3 of the ads on you, or else the damage will be too high. And when the damage is too high, you will die. Again, it's one of the most important things is to make sure that you get that time, the consecrate timed out right. There, the shield hit all 3 of the individuals, and I'm going to just start backpedaling all around. Make sure you get another consecrate. It's not about how quick you can get it there. It's about making sure that you get the threat needed so that the melee and the warlocks can cleave and kill everything pretty easily. As you can see, I'm bringing them into the group right here. I have full aggro on all of them. The kicker did the job, so now I have all of them there. So as you can see, all the melee is going to be hitting those. I'm going to bring them into the range and eventually bring them to the boss. Looks like I didn't bring those to the boss so the melee could cleave. That's okay. Looks like we may get another set of ads before we push the boss here, which is perfectly fine. You're going to want to push the boss to 0 and start phase 2 transition. You have to make sure 0 ads are up, or at the absolute worst, only 1 void sentinel is up. But if you have more than a couple ads up, they will overwhelm you and kill your raid, because once you push into the second transition phase, it is a complete DPS race. Even in 2021, with the gear and the frames and the hardware that we have, it is still an incredibly difficult fight to do. As you can see, I'm bringing the ads over. I believe we stopped deep damage on the boss to wait until the ads killed in order to transition this next phase. So once the ads are dead, I think they're going to transition into P2, or at least mostly dead. Yep, Muru's at 7%. Humans are 9 more seconds to spawn. I think they might do another transition before we end up pushing the boss. And there you can see my Avenger shield did not. I gotta taunt that guy as he didn't get hit with my consecrate. Sometimes healing aggro is just too much, and you have to just taunt the ads. That happens. It happens to everybody. That's when you can also use your Hodge and just make sure that you get the taunts off in the proper time. Looks like they called phase transition right here.
We have 15 seconds to the next void. If we want to push.
Push, push, push.
Once the ads are dead. Yep. As you can see, the room starts lighting up with a void. Now, as a paladin tank, your job is to just do as much damage as possible.
And then get ready.
I know it seems like you're not going to do much compared to the DPS, but you know, a couple K that you can do here and there could be the difference between a wipe or not a wipe. So you're just going to be rolling around a room, watching out for those void spheres that come around and or black holes, and that's pretty much it.
Phone shut. Where you at? All right, it's over there. Run this way, melee.
Who has a lost right now?
As you can see, this fight is a Warlock's time to shine. If you look at my bottom right DPS meters, you can see the top 4 are obviously Warlocks by a very large margin. Seed of Corruption is just incredibly overpowered thanks to the ad damage in these fights. As you can see, this is just a race against the clock now to see how quickly you can kill the boss and also kite him around the room to avoid the black holes. Also, Dark Fiends are around. You could potentially pick those up if you would like to, but they don't have much health and I think can just be mass dispelled. And that's it. This is a pretty sure lock kill. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Everyone have a great day. Thanks.